Good morning and welcome back to yet another war video. This is War 4 of Season 44. And this War 4, Loki is up against the Latin Reckoning CIRR. In this war, once again, I only have 4 fights, having kind of a limited number of fights because we've got people in my battle group that are a ton better at fighting than I am, and B, because I'm traveling. So they're, I think, hopefully taking it a little bit easy on me while I'm on the road. This one, it is straight path 6. We've got 2 fights in section 1, 2 fights in section 2, bringing in for this war OG Ironman, Cassie Lang, and Warlock. The first fight up for me in this war is going to be Cassie versus sorry, completely slipped his name there. Manthing. There we are. So in this fight, I'm gonna go ahead and we're fairly well boosted up here. Let's go ahead and see if we can't just get it here to the buffs on the node. So this one's got combat prowess, deja vu, or combat deja vu prowess, however you want to word it. Insurance policy power 3 and spiked armor and the sugar pill node. So really with Cassie, not a whole lot there to worry about. This is going to be a fairly straightforward fight. With Cassie, I tend to be a little bit on the conservative side with her ability to go into heavy and phase hits. So what you'll see is I don't do it unless I have them backed up against the kind of the wall. I just find that they're a little bit more aggressive that way, and I can get the timing better on the heavy. And I make sure that I don't whiff with Cassie when I do that. So, just going to kind of go through this as a standard fight for a little bit. And I was proud of myself. I remembered that he goes unstoppable after heavies every once in a while, so I didn't counter right away. And here you'll be able to see, I think so I'll push him against the back wall. I'll phase through the special one and then come up to a heavy. Perfect timing there, able to get, 9 power stings on there, get my taunt. So, that was a good start. And then really it's just going to kind of be rinse and repeat. Now I've got him up against the wall, throw the special one. Get this. I think I'm going to do we'll get him up here. Let him whiff me a couple times to get some extra power stings on, so he's up to 20. Do the 5-hit combo ending in light to get the poison on to pause my debuffs, and then into a heavy from the striker. So 24 stings, and then I think we're going to do the same thing here. And then we'll just special one, and then this, when he throws the special, it should kill him. So one of my better Cassie fights. I'm not the greatest with her. Still learning and still trying to get used to when I can heavy phase and when I can't. But all in all, I was very pleased with that fight. This next one up, very straightforward. Just going to be Warlock versus Havok here. And the one thing on this node, we didn't want to use a tech champ that can remove prowess. So, that's why Warlock here over OG Ironman or Nimrod or any of the others, because of the new node that's on this, which is the insurance policy power. If the attacker removes prowess effects from the defender gains a burst of 50% of a bar power. So, using OG Ironman, Nimrod, or anything like that, that power gain would probably get out of control. Warlock here, safe enough, really just get the infection on, drain the power. That way you don't really have much to worry about in this fight. I'm going to take it very conservative. I'm going to not try to reparry or anything like that. I'm just going to take hits in the block, counter when I can, decks out of the specials, and just get through the fight fairly clean. Quick check to make sure my invulnerability boost is on just in case something happens. Not expecting anything to, but just in case. Start off with a quick little intercept there. And the other thing that I try to do in this is to hit into his block when I can, just to keep the infection on. But you'll see here, this is a pretty quick fight. Good decks there of his special 1. Really just building up to the special 2. So that I can drop a special 2 on him. And here we go. So we'll bait that heavy, drop a special 2. Not running any tech boosts. It does decent damage. Didn't really get very many crits on it. So, now just kind of to build up to a special 2 and do the same thing all over again. But not needed, because we're going to finish them off here with the next little combo. Clean fight, full attack bonus, nothing to worry about there. And we get to move on to the next series of fights. So let's go ahead now, and we're going to skip ahead to section 2. And in this section, we have got Kitty and Storm Pyramid X. Goal going in here is going to be using OG Ironman to remove the prowess on both. Going to use a Power Start 1, same other boosts, no tech boosts or anything like that. And then I want to rinse and repeat special 1s as often as possible. Want to remove the prowess, want to make these fights as safe as possible. Main thing, not getting hit with any unblockable specials. Even with Iron Man, if they do go unblockable, I can block it, as long as I don't try to dex out of it. So not a whole lot to be worried about, but you'll see that I do make one big mistake here coming up in this Kitty fight. So let's go ahead and get this thing rolling along in here. So this one, prowess build up unblockable, Band-Aid solutions, superior specials. Main thing, just keep the prowess off of her. That's the goal. She's going to build up prowess. I need to remove them. That way she can't phase and I don't get in any trouble. Okay, goal here, 5-hit combo. Then I want to parry again. Or I guess this time just bait out a heavy, since she's going to phase. Toss my special 1. I wanted to wait to toss that special 1 so that I could kind of cycle them a little bit better. Be a little bit higher in power. So far, so good. Perfect start to the fight. Huge hits there. If I would have crit one more time, the fight would have been over. And this is where I get into a little trouble. I was thinking after this, she was going to be without prowess. So I go for an intercept. And of course, she's phased. Thank goodness she only hit me twice. 2 hits, 50% of my health. Even as tanky as Iron Man is, that hurt. And basically all it does is cost me a couple potions in the long run. But, if I had been paying attention, I would have realized that she still had the 3 prowess up there. And, could have saved myself, dropping these 2 big potions in there and then just another one to tap completely off. Kind of a waste of resources there. All my stupidity, just losing track of that when it's the one thing on the fight that I needed to make sure that I kind of maintained and kept an eye on. Okay, and then a quick check to make sure that it did record and I was still recording. So boost still on, the Power Start 1 still active. Pretty much same things here. Really just don't let her build up prowess. For Pyramid X, I'm going to bait special 1s. She's going to be stingy from time to time, just being patient, fighting through the glancing, fighting through everything there. So once again, 5-hit combo, just so that I can build up a little bit of power to drop special 1s more often. And there we go. So we're up to 6 armor breaks, dex out of the first special 1. We do have to kind of rebuild now up to a special 1. I think this is the one she's a little stingy on wanting to throw a special. No, it's the next one. And we'll do this, just remove, a couple prowess. Yeah, here, we just kind of do the little dance with her a little bit. And she finally throws it. And like I said, I'm being just very cautious, very conservative in this fight. It's an easy fight. It may be a little bit on the slow side, but I just want to be safe. I just want to make sure that we get through. This is my last fight of the war. I just want to make sure it's clean. I don't even get into, where I get above 12 armors, so I get the extra damage boost on this fight. Couple hits in a block, finish her off. 4 more fights, 4 clean for the most part. Did have to use a couple items this war. I'll live with it. But with that, still very early in the war. War is still going on. I don't think they have cleared but maybe 2 fights, so really hard to say who's going to win or lose this one. I did want to get this out though before I started traveling back home so that it was out there for us. So for the season so far, that is 4 wars, 4 fights in each, so 16 fights, no deaths so far. Very, very happy with the start of the season. Hopefully we pull out the win in this one, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot.